Hello friends, welcome back to episode 11 of our playthrough of Warhammer 40k Inquisitor and Martyr. I don't remember where we left off. It's been a while, even though it was only last week for you. But we'll see. I'll figure it out eventually. At some point. But let's jump back in. Come on, you can do it, game. Load in. There we go. Right. New glory reward. Hand flamer and brazier. Inferno pistol and chainsaw. Blessed blade and rod. Seraphim armor. 50,000 credits. Not bad, not bad. But we don't need any of that. Nope, don't want that. Stay in our inventory. We have those new things. Any of it any good? Nope. Not compared to what I've got. So, let's see what is the missions we have. Viper's Nest and Klosterheim. I believe Klosterheim is the main mission. Nurgle Demons campaign, yes. Klosterheim's trail. Perhaps I was too suspicious of the tech priest. After all, his plan worked. The audience with the machine spirit was successful, and now I'm ready to follow Klosterheim's trail. On second thoughts, this is nonsense. An Inquisitor can never be too suspicious. Let's go.
Inquisitor. Lord Klosterheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine spirit in such an irregular way.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Okay. Let's go. Why have I got that on? There we go. It's all too quiet. Lots of rot around. Oh, enemies incoming. Dropping back. There we go. More hiding around here, ready for ambush. Caligari credits, very nice. It's over this side. Lots of Nurglings. Are any of them sassy? Possibly.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that is impossible. Unless you sacrificed someone who fought off the demon and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host.
Is that even permitted?
I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demon hosts on the Martyr.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
Right. So, we had machine spirit and visions. Oh, looks like we've got a boss. Let me keep forgetting I've got emotes.
Charge!
A sorcerer warp master, you say? Is there supposed to be 3 of them? Oh, okay. They all dead. We win. That was very sudden. Can we go through there? We can. Get rid of all of them. We have a supply box. And a tech shrine. Always good. We'll reload. Head towards the objective. See if we can find Klosterheim. I doubt it'll be anytime soon though. Bit of a speed boost there.
As per your request, I have scoured the classified data looms on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Mr. Tiberius was creating demon hosts.
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted to be filled with unholy essence, then fight the taint and return, immune to the chaos.
But that is insane.
I cannot comment on that. Any progress, Inquisitor?
Looks like I'm closing in on closer. He may have an agenda, but at least it's cold.
One of those high risk, high reward strategies, and it didn't pan out. But still seen as heresy. It's much like the Thousand Suns approach. Was there anything else? Yeah, we missed the turn off there. Go investigate.
Loading.
Medical supply crate. That's all that was in there. Right, Chaos Marine down. Fully healed again. Nice.
Kill the heretic.
So it seems Klosterheim wanted to succeed where the Thousand Suns failed, but why they would think? Unless, I don't know if Klosterheim is also an Astartes,
Incorrect.
but why they would think they would be able to do it better than an Astartes is the question. I can't remember what Klosterheim is, if they're Mechanicus or
For later evaluation.
Inquisition,
Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
but he is.
I found the remains of a dead tech priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Encoded by Adeptus Mechanicus. Date, truncated data, blah 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 blah. Code barriers implemented. So let's say main navigation cogitator, warp drives, kinetic engines, and Gala subsystems are quarantined. Chances of another spontaneous jump converging to 0. Disapproval of the machine spirit is clear. My actions are treated as hostile behavior. In progress, extensive areas of the ship are sealed and protected by ancient unknown protocols. Attempts of remote access failed. Manual override deemed to be the only viable option. Direct orders of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim. Lord Inquisitor, that's what they are. See, I told you it's been a while. More than a week and all this goes out my head. Direct orders of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim are categorized as code heresy, aberrating the motive force and contradict the thrice blessed protocols of the machine god. Projected vector downward spiral towards tech heresy and or extreme rebuke from the machine spirit. Continuation of our actions calculated unwise. Aborting our actions also calculated unwise. This unit needs further analysis from the fabricator locum.
Sigma 7 Omega 3 5 Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave if you enter.
I should return to my ship then, and make preparations before I enter that area.
Mission complete. Right, let's get out of here. Back to the ship. Complete a mission without using the inoculator, at least on your level. Uther's tarot card, nice. Warp shard, inoculator. Oh, a relic inoculator, nice. And a plasma gun, relic plasma gun. Cool. Kill 10 champions within 60 seconds, at least on your level. Voltaic Psalm, Mastercrafted Psalm Code, and Melter Gun. Nice. Let's see. Oops. Not that button. Let's go with here. So that's a relic shard we can put in. So that's much better than what we've got our inoculator, so we'll put that on. Let's see. That's not as good as what we've got. Is that better? That is better. I'll throw that on. Throw that one in there. That one in there. Don't have any better armor. No. We have another intel data packet. Let's see. Nope. Right, all the rest can go. So what we're going to do is put those into storage. And then we can scrap the rest. We do that one and we can go. Right. Next, did we get... We mustn't have leveled up that mission. That makes a change. Normally we do. Hey, Klosterheim, let's go. More Nurgle demons. Uther's laboratory. Klosterheim has been steadily losing members of his retinue. I've just found the corpse of his tech priest at the gate that leads to Uther's secret laboratory. He paid the price for wasting my time. I'm following the trail of corpses into Uther's laboratory. Fitting place for my first and perhaps final meeting with Klosterheim. Let's go.
I've obtained the quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secure soon.
I can purge the demonic infestation, don't you worry about that. All the demons spawn. Nothing back here, no. Cool, carry on.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Right, there we go. Bolt pistol and chainsaw, do you say? My favorite. I've been liking the bolt gun. Right now, the bolter.
Loading.
Reload. I do like the chainsaw as a close range option if things get too near.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Right. Naughty. Rushing me from off screen like that. Right. So many chaos demons.
Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
The moment of retribution is here.
Oh, heavy flamer. Shame there's... Oh no, there is. I get to use it. Yeah, I see you over there. Any more? I see a big guy up there. Come on down. I can make a nice toasty meal of you.
Subject 872K has breached.
Let's see if we can lead him down.
Area in lockdown.
Here we go. Come on, lad. Nice treat for you. I run away. Get toasty. Plan didn't work. Kind of worked. Right.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject
Have we found
872K
him?
has breached containment.
You really didn't remember anything, did you?
Yay.
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
who are you? Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari Sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
And there is no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you told me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress monastery, I was ready to find it.
And my path eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this. But first, we purge this area. I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes. And should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day.
Right. So we need to purge.
Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts? He sacrificed countless lives, sentenced them to damnation, only to make a handful of survivors immune to chaos. I think I know why the Martyr had to leave the segmentum of the surface. It's insane.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the warp, ready to conquer the Imperium? Once you would have embraced the idea.
I am not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor that you are.
So the plot thickens. That's a long way down. Anything on this side? Is that going to lead to the objective? Looks like it. So what's up this way? Summoners and stuff everywhere.
Loading.
Another supply crate. Nothing hiding back here. Open this chest. Right. Lots of demons. Haven't found a tech shrine in this level yet. Let's head towards the objective marker. Take your time, Cluster Hype.
Are you ready?
Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor. Side by side, like we used to.
demonic presence
There we go.
Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Cloisterheim, did you miss all this?
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. But I admit, it was a satisfactory experience to fight that battle together. The research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research. Are you ready to enter?
I need to return to my retinue first, and make the necessary preparations.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return.
Right, let's collect the rest of the loot. And double check the side areas. There's the tech shrine. Knew there'd be one somewhere. And another tech shrine. Nice. There's still that area we didn't check either, so we'll go down there and check that out. Down this way.
Loading.
Reload, but I don't think there's going to be any enemies. Oh, Banner of Valor. Yeah, I think since we killed the demon host, everything's died in here. So we should just be able to come around and collect loot. Yep, there we go. Right, let's get back to the ship. Kill 50 commander enemies. Nice. New level reached. Unlock perk Virtuous Defiance. Any damage taken in embodied Satan form has 3% chance to be ignored. And a passive skill point. Investigation completed revelations. Being an Inquisitor requires strong mental discipline, but I must admit that I now feel somewhat shaken. Thelamar was right. The visions were not visions or revelations, but residual traces of a former mind-wiping operation. I submit myself voluntarily to the complete expurgation of my former self, but certain words or other triggers, like Cloisterheim's voice, induced flashbacks of our last fateful conversation when I entrusted him to continue my sacred work connected to the Martyr. Where it hurts. Kill 50 commander enemies. Anatomical knowledge skill tree unlocked. Nice, okay. So we have an unspent skill point. Did we finish off that skill tree? We did. What were we working on now? Ranged combat? I think we were. Minus 30% reload time for ammo-fed weapons. Yes, please. Right. Inventory. Lots of inventory stuff. That's not as good as what we've got. That is better than what we've got, so we'll put that on. Banner of Valor isn't as good. Banner of Benediction isn't as good. That's much better than what we've got. Okay. That's much better than what we've got. We put that Purity Seal on. 16 damage. Nope, that's no good. None of the armor's any good. Right, so what we'll do, stasis casket, we'll move that over there. And then we'll scrap the rest. Let's see if Ragnar has anything worth buying. Doesn't look like it. Though that does more damage than what I'm currently carrying. But is it worth it? Probably not compared to the perks I've got on there. None of the armor's any good. Lots of blueprints. Nope, doesn't seem to be any good. So, what do we have next? The secret weapon. Chaos cultists to the inner sanctum. My first encounter with Klosterheim was troubling, to say the least. I have learned a terrible secret about my past, and I must accept that. Before my voluntary mind cleansing operation, we once shared the same ideas and walked the same path. And now, after establishing a fragile truce, we are heading towards Ultha's inner sanctum together. I'm afraid only death and madness await us there. Let's go.
This is the genitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums in the sanctum. But we are close.
Right, let's go.
I need to know something, Inquisitor. How did you find the Martyr? Were you looking for me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of an ancient inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the inner strike against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time. Strange bursts.
Kill the heretic, purge the unclean.
What's the sigil on the wall? It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial symbols.
Uther called them Imperium seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization, and combined them with sanctioned practices. The seals trap the essence of destroyed demons, so they can't get back to the warp to reform.
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon from the minions of chaos. It feels far too close to heresy.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire. You taught me that.
And I am not the same person anymore.
Oh, that's a much better reload time. Fantastic. Anything in here? No. Let's carry on. not doing too well, lad. Klosterheim's a bit of a wuss. To say that he's also in the Astartes would, you would think he'd be a bit more hefty. A bit more resilient.
You are
Apparently not.
different, Inquisitor. And yet you are the same. It is disturbing.
I used to be the one hunting for the Martyr, and now you that's disturbing.
If it's any consolation, you were right. Uther Tiberius had a secret that could have changed the fate of the Imperium.
And you have learned the nature of this secret, I assume?
Indeed. It's a weapon with immense powers.
The Emperor's light has found me.
Nothing else here? No. Carry on.
I have found some very old human remains here. They belong to the crew of the Martyr.
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship eventually.
Decrypted message. I trust you are all well, old friend. Allow me to apologize for my methods, but my tech adept tells me that this is the only safe communication channel we have left. I had my reservations about the machine spirit of the Martyr, but the recent developments are extremely troubling. I strongly recommend that you and the others use modified servo skills provided by number 67. My answer is yes, with a few practical caveats. But the most important task at hand is to acquire evidence of his dealings with the Abomination and the clones. The power of the Alpha subject may have blinded quite a few of our brothers in the inner circle, but this unholy pact would disgust any sane person. This experiment was corrupt to begin with, and the results cannot be salvaged. May the Emperor forgive us all. We have only one option left, no matter how regrettable it is. New clue?
Have you ever discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon?
I have only heard rumors. The real answer lies here. I know that I was saved the Imperium of man from the tides of chaos, and that Uther Tiberius risked excommunication from the Inquisition to create his rule.
For the Emperor!
A lot of Ogrins about. Beefy boys. Right, let's see.
Reloading.
Your combat skills have become even more praiseworthy.
We earn salvation only through the annihilation of the unclean.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't.
For the Emperor.
found the trap eventually. Right. So yeah, the only other way is this way. Which hopefully this will turn down into the last area as well.
I must stop this emperor-forsaken noise.
Yeah, that leads into that area. Good. Can we get up into this one? No, not yet. Probably be after this bit.
The inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals in different places at the same time.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I'll find the other one.
There we go. So now I can come through here. I don't have to worry about his soft ass anymore. He was almost dead.
I've met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
I'd say so. I think we got them. Level up again though, nice. Bit of faster movement speed.
Where are you?
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes, but I'm close.
Just kill off that apostle of Nurgle. Grab all the loot. Right, I think that was it. Yes, we got that tech shrine. Cool. We'll reload just in case and access the cogitator.
I'm ready to deactivate the stasis field. Are you ready?
I'm under heavy fire, but I can access this terminal. Proceed.
The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and find another way back. Proceed into the inner sanctum. I'll catch up with you.
Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. But we finished. Nice. Back to the ship. Void Crusade available. You have unlocked the Void Crusade game mode. Void Crusades are mini campaigns that feature a network of special missions and significant rewards at the end. Cool. Complete 3 missions in a row without dying, at least on your level. A Banner of Valor. Nice. New level reached. Unlock perk Attack Anchor. Unlocked Saintly Deed, Transcendent Onslaught. Unlock Sacred Rite, Dogmatic Heroism. Okay. 20% damage bonus per second while standing still. That could be good, because I normally stand still while I'm attacking. Very cool. So, let's spend the skill point in the ranged combat. Get that one. Did that, right. Let's change that one up for the new one. That one. That works for me. Right. What's our inventory looking like? Anything worth keeping? It's better than the one we've got. Okay. That is not. That is not. I mean, technically it is. We'll replace it with that one. So we'll do that and that. There we go. So we can scrap the rest. There we go. And then that is where we will call it for this episode. Thank you once again for joining me. I appreciate it as always. Until next time, take care of yourselves. And next time we will jump into the inner sanctum. See you all later. Bye bye.